Things like bananas went up in price 2.1% just from July to August. And that is 6.6% higher than they were a year ago. The price of tomatoes is up 4.5%. Again, just over a single month. Things like the price of coffee has gone up by more than 4%. And coffee specifically is almost 22% more expensive today than it was a year ago. Beef is another example.
Ortega says there are enough.
Starting all the way back with the COVID-19 pandemic, we saw the supply chain disruptions. Then we had Russia's invasion of Ukraine that affected commodity prices. The bird flu has affected poultry and egg markets. But most recently, we've seen the effects of some of the policies, specifically when it comes to tariffs.
All of it creating uncertainty for consumers.
I definitely look at prices. I still buy the same amount just because, it's just me. So.
But it got your attention.
Yeah, it definitely got my attention.
Yeah. It's outrageous.
I don't even think these numbers are accurate. I know, he was talking about like 1 to 2 month jumps, but the prices have changed so much over the last few years. Just think about it. Like, you don't have to be some sort of economist to just remember how much did you put in your cart for $100 a year or two ago, and how much is in that cart now for the same amount of money. It's less, isn't it? A lot less. I know. I don't know where we go from here with the price of everything going up, housing and so forth. It's just we're pinned between a rock and a hard spot right now. And I think it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Job reports that just came out, it just shows you how much they're lying to us.
2 out of 3 Americans told us they're stressed about their own finances. 3 out of 4 said their incomes are not keeping up with inflation. That's a lot of people struggling to make ends meet. And starting tonight in our series, The Cost of Living, you'll hear some of their stories in their own words. First, a single mother of 3, ages 1, 4, and 8, trying to make ends meet on a teacher's salary of $37,000.
Sweet, we're ready to rock. My name is Michelle Boisjoli. I am 37 years old. I am a teacher in St. Louis County, Minnesota. Since the price of eggs, bacon has gone up, we've done a lot more cereal. Eat it with your spoon. You gotta stay safe in the car, right? I've had to take on a second job just because everything has gotten so expensive. Hi, baby girl. I've been a teacher since about 2008. I love my brown shoes. I love my brown shoes. It's definitely not something that people go into for the money. They go into it because they love it, which is why so many of us do have to work 2 jobs to make ends meet. It takes multiple incomes to survive in this economy.
And that's not right. That is not right. You have this lady that did everything right. She went to school. She got a degree. She got a job as a teacher, albeit teacher jobs aren't the most high paying, as we know. But still, this woman works full time, has 2 kids, and she cannot provide for her 2 kids and her living costs. She is forced to go get a second job. We've just accepted that as normal in this country. This lady isn't living in a mansion. She's just trying to get by with 2 kids. Feed them, and do her job, which, by the way, is really important, especially if you have kids. Who's educating those kids? This burnt out poor lady that has to work double shifts and take care of 2 kids. And now the quality of education is going down too. We don't pay the teachers enough. They have to work second jobs. It just goes on and on, man. It's just like the cost of living is ridiculous, bro. Like, where does it stop?
And now I am going to go door dashing for a couple hours. It looks like our first delivery. We have to go to Burger King. Thank you. So this first one is $4.50 guaranteed, and then sometimes we get tips. I always grew up thinking about the stereotypical American dream where you own a house and you have a yard to play in. And I think that dream is dying. I try to make every dollar count. A lot of the time, I'll just wait to feed myself until the end and then just eat whatever leftovers the kids haven't touched. Put your cute little bib on. A lot of the people making the decisions for us are wealthy. don't know what it's like to work two jobs, don't know what it's like to have to pay for gas with quarters, and yet they're making the decisions for us. If
Damn, that hit home. I remember those days, literally, that paying gas with quarters, sitting there counting it up, 235, 250, That's tough, man. That is tough. I feel for this lady, I honestly do. Especially she's a mother, two young children, and then her job. She's a freaking teacher, bro. And she's struggling, dude. These should be people that do not have to worry about. I'm not saying they should be super rich and lawyer paid, but they should not have to be worried about making do with a simple rent and utilities and feeding a couple of kids. They shouldn't. And it's just become so normalized. And you got people on here that are like, shouldn't have been a teacher. Shut up, bro. Shut up. So stupid.
Here's the latest on inflation. The government reported today that in the past 12 months, prices rose just under 2.5%.
In our special series, The Cost of Living, Americans are sharing their struggles to make ends meet.
My ass, 2.5%. You guys are liars. Try 25 to 100%. Everything at my store, and I don't just shop at like some organic food market. I go to Aldi. Things at Aldi have jumped literally 100%. In 2 years, the olive oil that I bought was $2.99. Now it's $5.99. My coffee has gone up freaking 60-70%. Economy reports 2%. You guys are liars.
Tonight, a rookie cop in Connecticut, married, 3 kids, household income $120,000, and looking to buy a house.
This is his story in his own words.
My name is Anthony Bartolini. I'm a police officer in Waterbury, Connecticut. I'm 29 years old. I've been a police officer about a year. Let's go. But every day is a struggle for me too. If I still have to worry about my next paycheck, where my next meal is coming from, I'm just like anybody else out there. Good morning, it's Officer Bartolini. I'm patrolling streets because you want to make sure that if you see something, you can do something about it. Dispatch 1. So I've been looking at houses pretty much every day. I wanted to buy one for a few years. To put 20% down on a house, that's a lot of money. Even I can't do it, working double shifts. In today's economy, even if I got a second job, wouldn't be able to afford it.
How was your day?
Good. My wife Sarah and I were waiting for our daughter to get off the bus. We'll eat something real fast, then we'll go look at a couple homes.
Oh, there's a bone in here?
There is, yes.
There is a bone, yeah. We've been having trouble finding the right home because the bigger the house you want, the more expensive it gets. And we need the room for the family, the dogs. They need a yard to run around in.
Turn right on George Street.
I like the neighborhood. Seems quiet. There she is.
Hello, come on in. We have 3 bedrooms on this level, 2 full baths.
It's a very nice house.
What price point are we looking at?
Probably around 300 to 325.
There has been a low supply, but there's still a demand. It's a very competitive market. So it checked all the boxes, but too bad somebody put an offer in before we got here.
Well, if it falls through, we'll come back and revisit.
Don't get me started on housing. Holy crap. Prices have literally doubled on houses in the last 5 years in most places. Not 10%, not 20%, doubled, bro. That means that same house that is now older. I understand, real estate should appreciate in value in a healthy country and society moving forward. But 100%, it's not worth that much. It's not worth that much. And this poor guy has a family and he's going to bite the bullet, get himself in over his head with an insane mortgage payment on a house that should cost $150,000, but he's going to be paying over $300 for it. And that's the new America we're in. People are priced out. People cannot afford this. People are going to go into debt that they cannot afford out of pressure, out of necessity. It's just sad what's happening, man. I really don't know where it goes from here, but it does not look good. There's going to have to be some big reset, some big crash for people to be able to get back into the possibility of owning a home and the picket fence and the American dream. Because right now that's dead for like most people that already don't own a home. you're screwed, bro. Good luck.
I love you.
You do get defeated knowing that homes are so expensive after looking today. I hope people in power, they change the price of things. There has to be a way to make everything go cheaper. There's no way they can just keep going up and up and up, because then people won't be able to live. It's just so expensive. No one will be able to afford anything.
I agree, man. Very simply put, but effective way to communicate what's going on. People will just not be able to afford it, therefore not be able to live. What are we going to do here in America? Just have 100, 200 million people homeless? Got these dudes in suits lying to us, telling us it's not that bad, it's not that bad. Oh, bananas only increased 1.8%. Like, bro, shut up. We are not that stupid. There's a thing called internet now. People communicate. They're sharing their receipts at the stores. You see what you get now compared to what you got a few years ago. You see the house prices from a few years ago to now. And they're just like lying to our faces, like, it's not that bad. Trust me, it's not that bad. You're fine. You just get 4 freaking jobs, don't see your kids, and maybe you can afford a 2-bedroom apartment. What are you guys paying for rent? Tell me down in the comments what your price on rent is and what's your mortgage, if you don't mind sharing. And where do you see this going? The price of everything just booming like this. You think it's just going to be a big crash, devastation? Do you think they'll come down slowly? Do you think it'll keep increasing? Let me know what you think. All right, guys, that's enough for this one. Till next time, peace.